your positioning, when you get it right, when you finally know how do you want to be known for, something really magical happens. You become memorable, you become magnetic, and most importantly, you become trusted. You're memorable because people will know exactly what you stand for, even when you're not around. Your name is mentioned, people remember you, and they know what you stand for. You are magnetic in the sense that the right kind of opportunities will find you. The right kind of people that you want to connect with will find you. And trusted is that your consistency and that messaging would build credibility and authority, making you a trusted professional.
This is Let's Make Waves podcast. I'm your host, Rana Al-Basri Marwad, and I believe that we're all here to make waves. I created this podcast to help you build your brand by sharing with you tools, resources, and strategies to gain professional authority for better business opportunities. If you want to get unstuck, you've come to the right place. Let's get started.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Make Waves podcast with me, Rana Al-Basri Marwad. This week, I'd like to talk about the secret to standing out. Yeah, I want to talk about something that can completely transform how you are seen in your professional world and in the business environment that you're in. And this something is called positioning. So it's not just a fancy term that marketers or brand strategists use. It is truly the key to being memorable, impactful, and basically being you. So if you are a senior person, a CEO, or if you're a founder, if you're a working professional, when you nail your positioning, this can open doors that you didn't even know existed. So let's start from the top. Let's dive in. What is positioning and why does it matter so much? In my opinion, positioning is a game changer. And that is because positioning simply is how you carve out your space or your unique space in the minds of your audience. It is the answer to the question that all of us ask: what do I want to be known for? You know? So when you're in a space, when you're in this world where everyone is trying to get attention, your positioning is what will make you stand out. It's not just about being seen, it's about being remembered, being memorable, and being remembered for the right reasons. So think of it this way. If your personal brand was a product, your positioning would be the place or the shelf that it is going to be placed in this market space of ideas, okay, or of professionals. So if you're a leader, what type of leader are you? Are you an innovative leader? Are you a trusted advisor? Are you a creative problem solver? Your positioning will determine where you belong. So who will notice you? In the end, it's all about your target audience, right? So why is positioning important for your personal brand? It is very important because positioning is all about clarity. It's all about consistency. So it's not just what you do, it's how do you do it, why do you do it, and who do you do it for? So that sweet spot is where your expertise, your values, the unique value that you bring to the table, it's that sweet spot where everything will come together. So if we go back to the leadership example, it becomes this way. This is what positioning will be for a CEO. It would be, are you the visionary CEO who is redefining your industry? Are you the empathetic leader who builds teams that thrive? Or are you a strategic thinker who solves complex problems with ease? Well, that is your positioning. Your positioning is your professional identity. It is what makes you unforgettable. And within that positioning, at the heart of it, is something that a lot of people use in the brand and marketing space, which is your unique value proposition. It's in the heart of your positioning. It is the one thing that you do better than anybody else. So it's that special thing that makes you, you. And for you to uncover your unique value proposition, you have to answer three questions. What am I good at? What do I love doing? And what does my audience need the most? So, what am I good at means your skills, your expertise, your strengths. What do I love to do is your interests, what lights you up, your passions. But there's the third one, which is what does my audience need the most? So, what problems do you solve? What value do you provide? And that's where the skills and expertise and the passions and interests, what lights you up, can meet at that point with the audience. So when you align these three things, you will reach your unique value proposition, which is your positioning becomes more shaped the way you want to shape it. And this is where your professional edge will come. I say professional edge because your positioning, when you get it right, when you finally know how do you want to be known for, something really magical happens. You become memorable, you become magnetic, and most importantly, you become trusted. You're memorable because people will know exactly what you stand for, even when you're not around. Your name is mentioned, people remember you, and they know what you stand for. You are magnetic in the sense that the right kind of opportunities will find you. The right kind of people that you want to connect with will find you. And trusted is that your consistency and that messaging of your unique value proposition or your positioning, that consistency would build credibility and authority, making you a trusted professional. So it's no longer about just standing out. There's more value for positioning. It is, what are you standing out for? You're standing out for something. So in a very, very noisy place, this becomes your superpower. And this superpower will help you in kind of streamlining everything else from there. For example, the first thing that it will streamline is your messaging. Positioning is who you are, what you stand, where you stand. Your messaging will be how do you communicate it? And your messaging will be clear because you are clear about your positioning. What do I want to be known for? So what happens is the positioning becomes the strategy, the messaging is your execution. So your messaging will be clear in the content that you make, in the websites that you build, in the conferences that you attend, in the speeches that you make, or the programs that you create, and everything that you do, the podcasts that you get on, the publicity that you get, your messaging will be the same and it will be consistent. So now that you've understood this great secret to standing out, your superpower, positioning, what should be your next move? I really think today, if you are not clear about how do you want to be known for, what do you want to be known for, what is your positioning, it is time for you to identify it and own it. Reflect on what makes you unique. Reflect on your unique value proposition. Reflect on the kind of audience that you want to attract. Reflect on what kind of impact do you want to make. And once you reflect on it and you identify it and you're very clear on your positioning, that's when you own it. You will own it, you'll be consistent, and you'll be unapologetically you. So the truth is, your positioning is truly your power. It is what turns your personal brand from something that is small, maybe a whisper in a noisy place, to something that is loud, to something that is prominent, and something that stands out. So I would love for you to tell me, to share with me, what is your positioning? How do you want to own your space? Please connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram. Send me in the DMs your response, or maybe reply to the comments if you're watching me on YouTube. I am very interested to know your secret to standing out. What is your positioning? And with this, I thank you once again for joining me this week. Thank you again for listening or watching. As always, I hope you did subscribe to the podcast. If you haven't already, do leave a review. If you found this episode valuable, share it with your friends and with your colleagues, anyone who can receive value from it. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, keep making waves. Bye.